Good evening, everybody, and welcome to TRT Productions. I am your host, Big Man, along with my homeboy, my co-host, Tony Tone is in the house.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of them nights. I can see it already. Already, I can see it's definitely going to be one of them nights, people. Welcome to the Randy Tone Show. Like I said, I am your host, Big Man, along with my homeboy, Tony Tone.
You said that.
I did. I thought I'd give him a taste of reality 1 and 2, 2 and 1. I hope everybody survived the storm, because it was a crazy storm this weekend. It was so bad I didn't even go to work this Friday. I woke up, and you know what?
So you're doing like everybody else?
No.
Oh, okay, I about
There
to
was
say.
no. There were some people
putting
who
their
definitely.
absence on the storm.
Hold on, there were some people who definitely went to work, man.
Mm-hmm.
There were some people who definitely went to work, took their kids to school. Not knocking you. That was you. But me, I was not mentally prepared
I was off
for that day.
I was off that day.
And did you enjoy your sleep? Did you enjoy your rest?
Yes.
Because there were homeless people who were in that storm. I'm pretty sure couldn't find no type of shelter.
You know what I noticed about homeless people? They have a tendency to find shelter because
During these times?
Because they no,
Okay,
no,
I'm sorry.
at any time, because their whole life is based on survival. Because they're in them streets.
You think this was God's way of saying we were arguing too much? Maybe we need to cut back, so he decided that, hey, he was going to bring a lot of this rain for, because we're not listening.
So he's speaking in terms of replenishing and all that kind of
I don't
thing.
even think it's about a replenishing. I think it was just, hey, if you're not going to share your spot, nobody gets the spot. Like a flood out is a flood out.
I was about to say, excuse me.
God, bless
So
you.
we just didn't get some bad weather. It's got to be something biblical. I mean, it's bad
I
weather
have to
all
see
over
it
the
that
world.
way.
We have a lot of space activity, which causes change in that.
And I'm going to say that we have to do a lot of things biblically. I'm going to see a lot of things biblically from this point on.
Okay.
And when you get rain like that, or you get a weekend like that where the city doesn't move, you basically flood out. He's angry at something. Now I understand that that's normal for this time of year. It can happen, but that's just not how I see things. I see things a little different.
This must be his angry time of the year then.
Yeah, because I think the world is absolutely going crazy. I think we have absolutely, without a doubt, have gone crazy. Look at what's going on around the world, man. People are dying. People are looking for homes. People can't find shelter. People can't find work. The people who do have work, they're only hiring a certain group of people, which you can't be angry at. But we need help. This country needs help. We're beating on each other. We're relying on each other to do certain things that a lot of us would not do ourselves. We don't want to love each other no more. We don't even want to take the time to say good morning. We don't want to take the time to do anything. I'm just being honest.
Okay, you expressing your personal opinion.
Okay, talk. Go ahead. I'm gonna let
Ain't
you
nothing
talk.
wrong with that. No, I'm listening. You feel kind of adamant about these things that are going on. So I'm listening. At work, I was told that men don't listen. So how could I not want to listen?
This thing about men and women and is going around too is man, these things are hurting. It's just hurting. We don't have no relief for the pain. The Republicans and the Democrats are fighting. Thank God we didn't get a shutdown.
That's something that's good. That's something we could put hands together for.
You know,
But
it's crazy.
Democrats are taking all the credit for it.
Hey, you know what?
I didn't understand why they went about it. Why they went about how they expressed their win, as it was expressed.
Well, you know,
I thought that was very strong.
here's what I'm gonna say. I don't even, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be the truthful. Excuse me. I really don't care. Because, when Republicans have their moment, Democrats take their shots. When Democrats have their moments, Republicans take their shots.
Oh, so maybe I should have asked, what are you saying you don't care about? See, some people could interpret.
I wouldn't care if we had a shutdown. I wouldn't care if they couldn't get the budget right. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Okay.
And the reason why I don't care is because they're forgetting a lot of people, man. They're making decisions based on, boy, the curtain is blowing, based on how certain things are happening for them, not the way the country is moving.
Well, the way it's been expressed that they're basing it on personal reasons why they're doing what they're doing. It's not really for the people. And Democrats are stressing that, Democratic representation was stressing that they are trying to focus on what's best for the people.
We don't got no political times right now. You don't got no political times right now. Everything is up in the air. It's by choice, by reason. It's happening.
It's not over, though, because basically this is only a 45-day extension.
I
it's
still,
not over.
I don't care. It's not, because, right now we're dealing with a crisis where you're going to have two group of people fighting in the middle of the street that stop another group of people from entering their country, entering their safe haven, however you want to put it. We're in a serious problem right now. We're in a serious problem. People getting cut from the budget. I know a lot of us, and believe me, I'm one of them included. Our budget get cut. I don't get paid either. So I'm not saying that I don't care. Okay, excuse me, I need the money like everybody else. Don't get me wrong. I'm behind just like everybody else. I'm struggling like everybody else. But I'm tired of struggling over the wrong thing. Whether they budget to get that budget right or not, I still got to budget my household. I still got to budget myself.
But then your budget gonna change.
It's definitely going to change whether they go into
No, I'm saying
disagreement or not. My budget is going to change. It's going to change throughout the years because of the way the economy and the way they're doing things right now.
Well, this ain't talking about the economy. This is talking about a shutdown of the economy.
Well, I'm telling you that listen, I'm just telling you it's nothing new. It's happening so much frequently that everybody's prepared for it.
You think so?
Yeah, they already know.
Okay.
People already know. People may act like it. Yeah, they're prepared for it because they know how you prepare for it. You wait because there's nothing you can do. What you gonna do? Look for another job or look for a non-government job, a non-federal job? What are you gonna do?
I'm listening to you.
If the economy shuts down, there's nothing that anyone can do. A couple of dollars are gonna move. What do you think happened during COVID? You don't think the money shut down? You couldn't even spend it. You couldn't even buy things on the shelf. Nothing was available. Nothing was coming in. Nothing's going out. Why you don't think we're going to go into a fold down? We just went into a whole crisis.
But based on what you saying that we make our own money, so why should we be shutting down?
And according to me, you told me that was a foolish idea to even think that the government was going to do something with that extra money. I mean, I don't know. A government that prints its own money can never cry broke. That's just my opinion.
Right.
I could be wrong. How you going to cry broke? How you going to cry broke if you ain't broke? If you producing your own money, I'm just being real, man. How you gonna cry broke if you producing your own money? You producing your own.
Is it really that easy?
I don't know. I don't produce my own money.
But I'm saying,
because Goodfoot Harry knew if I could, I would.
I'm going by your expression that they print their own money.
Well, how else the money's getting done?
I said, is it really that easy
to print my money?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not allowed to print my money. What I'm saying to you is what I'm saying to you is, if this country does, and we all know they do print their money, what I'm saying to you is how they broke. Why they broke? For what reason do you have to be broke printing out the money?
I guess you would have to get into the process of printing the money and when they print it and how they print it, why they print it. all of that.
They burn billions of dollars a day, millions of dollars a day. Don't know. Nobody cares about that. You know what? And this is what I mean about what's happening now on the YouTube channels and things like that. It's right now, nobody. Let's look at what the people are wanting to watch. People don't care about God saving the world or what He's doing to the world. People want to know what your average person is doing. What is the average person doing? Are they committing a crime? Are they violent? Nobody wants to talk about God. People don't want to really talk about politics right now, except for the channels for people who are really listening. It's like 10% of the world who's really tuning into these podcasts, and I say a lot about maybe 60% want to see violence. This is crazy. And I'm just saying that, right now, what are you going to do? I'm tired. I'm tired of making people recognize what's real and not real. We are going through something right now, man. We're going through a major change right now.
I thought it was as we have always gone through.
No.
No? See,
No,
this is not
No, it's not
within
normal.
the same path of the past 50 years.
No.
No? Okay.
There's a
Haven't
slight
been drastic change in the past?
In the past we had unity. Slight unity.
Okay, we still got slight unity. It depends on your circle.
I don't think
Maybe if your circle got smaller, that could be one of the process. That I do notice, that the circles have gotten smaller, but that happens with age anyway.
so. We're going backwards.
We've been going backwards since backwards was forward.
And it is one of the things where I was talking to somebody, and somebody was pointing out to me that, let's just take what we do, for example. We podcast. We don't always have the topics people want to hear. If we did, you would show the views. We don't always show what they want to see, because if they did, we would have the views. But if we were to sit up here and have naked women, and we would show violence, or you smack me, I smack you, or people tune into that, or it was some type of way of some type of violence, some type of entertainment that they would like to see in order for you to have a regular conversation and sit down with a mic and have a show where you can just talk about issues that a lot of us are having. The mental side, the insurance side, health-wise, why the cancer rate all of a sudden after COVID-19 done shot up. But the insurance coverage has shot down. Or why right now you look at the criteria of a lot of kids who are going to school. A lot of them not going to your average public schools anymore. A lot of them are trying to get into charter schools.
That's the only thing that's they taking what they're left with. The charter schools seem to have a benefit than the schools of the past. Or the way
but I'm saying, why is that? Why now?
Change. They had to change things. They wanted to make classes smaller and more focused, and that's what they're trying to do. So
the change is supposed to be good.
Well, it
has
done some good.
I haven't said it. I'm just saying I haven't said it.
Well, I
haven't said it hasn't. I'm just saying that right now we're sitting in the whirlwind. We're sitting in the whirlwind where right now our countries are trying to impeach our presidents.
Okay.
Our countrymen are trying to impeach our president. Mm-hmm. Our president, meanwhile, is probably trying to out there not minding his business and somebody else's war that really don't concern us, but humanity's...
Wait.
Hold on, let me just say this.
That's not one man that started that involved in something.
I'm not saying that he did. I'm just saying that in this particular point in time, where this country's at. And yet we got a problem with which a lot of people believe within our music, within our culture. We have a problem with the age group coming into terms with themselves. People who are of age not being able to come to terms with themselves, that sometimes you got to move over and slide out. A lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to hear that. They just don't want to hear that.
Slide out.
Yeah, listen. Your time has come sometimes where you got to realize that it's time for you to make over and make room for the next generation or the next person under you. I have come to that conclusion. I'm fighting right now. I'm fighting whether I should wait to retire, which I got about 3 to 4 years left. But in my mind, in my body, in my soul, it's telling me I need to go now.
Well, why is it telling you need to go now? That's what I'm trying
Because
to understand. Where is it coming from?
Technically, my mind and my body and soul is not where it used to be maybe 6 months ago to 8 months ago.
So they're not aligned anymore.
You know, and it wasn't because of it. And like I tell a lot of people, it wasn't because of the cancer. I was feeling this way for a long time. When I first started to do the project of wanting to be on YouTube and wanted to capture an audience with my voice, I realized it's harder than a lot of people think. But within the quest for my dream, I hit a wall called reality. And the reality was that I can have what I want. It doesn't necessarily mean that I have to touch a big company to get what I want. I have to learn to work for it. And I realized I woke up one day and I'd rather be here all day than somewhere else doing a 9 to 5 for someone else.
Someone else.
And I put in 20 plus years of work somewhere, and you know what's really holding me back is the fact that in order to get what I need to move on, I first have to complete, and that's unfair to me.
But that's you doing it to you.
No. That's not what I mean. I can leave. It's not. What I'm saying is unfair to me is that I have to wait to touch what I worked 20 years to build.
Okay.
I have to wait for that because, you know, in the way you sign up, and if a lot of people who know what I'm talking about, you know, you're getting taxed, you're getting this, you're getting that. I mean, you've been taxing me for 20-something years while I work. For 20-something years, and you mean the money that I put away for 20-something years in your program, that I gotta be taxed again to take it out to enjoy what I need to enjoy.
That sounds real familiar.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you tired. You just get tired. It's like, yo, you tired. There's no more room for education in my mind. I have room for knowledge. I have room for wisdom, but I have no more room for education. Because right now they're changing the education laws every 4 years. And it's driving me crazy. Everything is a bylaw to a bylaw that once was a bill. So I don't know.
And that's what you're having trouble with.
I'm not having trouble with just that. I'm having trouble with a lot of things. Like right now, if I didn't have a strong family, I'd probably be somewhere, trying to find a solution in other ways.
Trying to find a solution. Trying to find some contentment, some peace.
Because
How's
you
that
need
working
that.
for you?
I'm good. This is the reason why I guess I'm at that point where I'm ready to finish this part, and I want to be here because.
So you ready to make a transition?
I'm ready to make the transition, but I'm so afraid to make the transition because I've never completely put my all into this, and I've never really had the first failure. You know, I've had setbacks, but not the first failure. Like when you go to work every day and you got to live check by check. You know for a fact that you may be behind a little bit, but you won't fail because you know that next check is coming provided you go to work.
So you're saying you have to do one, you don't want to do both?
If I had to make the choice, yeah, right now I can't make the choice.
Do you have to make the choice?
Yes. Sooner or later I have to make a choice because it wears and tears on my body. It's all right for me to do what I want to do until it's time for me to do what I'm meant to do. And I believe this is what I was meant to do. Yeah, like I said, maybe we don't have the numbers. Maybe we don't have the audience that a lot of people, but How many people can actually say that they enjoy what they do? I enjoy what I do.
So why does the numbers matter?
No, the numbers don't. The numbers don't matter. In order for me to be able to live or to generate money, you got to have a certain flow to do this. In order for me to do certain things,
So
but
that's why the numbers matter.
because you want
To bring financial revenue. Okay.
yeah, because you want you. I never said I wanted to give up my revenue. I said I wanted to give up how I made my revenue. I do want it. I like what I do. But you know, it's not one of those things where you sit there every day and you watch people. I don't want you to donate to me or show me how to fill out grants or have a conversation with me about how to fill out small time grants for your business. So I don't have to ask people to send money to the cash.
Well,
app.
most of that is online.
No, I understand that. It's not about what I
You
guess
talking about us
when,
coming together, as in
yeah, because it's so much negative things being portrayed right now. We don't really have it. And I mean there's a lot of positive going on. It's just crazy.
Well, I think
It's
that
crazy.
balls on the circle that you keep, because if you bring in more people with more input, then you get more out of it.
I was told that. I was told that sometimes the energy around you is the company you keep. Not necessarily.
I think it is, because
I got great energy because I'm surrounded by nothing but people who move all damn day,
move in what way?
positive and negative.
Okay.
There's energy flowing, positive energy. You can't have positive energy without negative energy somewhere around. You can't have negative without a positive. They go together.
But to be around people,
When you
that
put them
could-
together, they create
to
electricity.
be around people that collectively build something, I think it's something to look towards.
To me, no. And I had somebody tell me that if you want to be successful, you should surround yourself with people who are doing the same thing that you're doing or who are as successful as you. I don't believe that.
No, I don't. I'm not saying as in successful, but idealistic.
No,
Because ideas create.
no, excuse me. That really doesn't bother me.
Is that not what you believe?
No, I just like communication.
Okay.
I just like communication in a positive way. Sometimes if two people can just have a dialogue, the conversation will take care of itself. And I always said that to people can meet, they can dialogue, start a conversation, and end up conversing. I've always said that.
And don't you build things off of that converse?
Well, that's my point that I'm trying to make.
That's what I just said.
It shouldn't take a particular person who's doing the same thing I'm doing in order for me to sit down and converse with him. It should always take that the doors are open for. And I think that's what's a lot of what's bothered me at this point. You know, as I had time to reflect on a lot of things. I had time to reflect on myself, what God expects of me. I don't know about anybody else. It's just me. And I woke up this morning. I woke up every morning. Been waking up for the last month, and you know the first thing I said on my mind is, man, I just want to grab my woman and go on vacation. I want to just go somewhere where I don't have to look back for a little while. I'm tired. I'm burnt out, and it's a mental thing. And like I tell a lot of people think when you hear mental, depression, you want to hurt yourself. No. In my mind, I'm telling everybody, you know what, let's deal with one thing, and let me just explain. When my parents passed, I became the leader of my tribe. It was a heavy task, and I have to thank my sister every day for helping me with that task, because she also had to sit in that seat. So that was one thing. But the thing that really weighed me down mentally was when I told I had cancer, and it wasn't of going through the treatment that bothered me. It was not being able to share that within my community with the people who I wanted to share it with, not the people who were around. And I think that's what weighed on me mentally, because the word itself is traumatizing. And people believe, no, that's not. It is. It's traumatizing. And people hear that word and they watch what other people go through. And it kind of just took a toll on me to say, hey, man, I have time to do something else. That's all. That's all it is. I have time to do something else. And not only did I have time to sit and talk to God more, but God said, now go ahead and do what you would like. This is your time. Do what you would like to do. As long as you're not hurting, stepping over, or pushing anyone back, I don't see. I'm entitled to feel good about myself. You know, people think this is, oh, he's depressed. No, this ain't no depression. This is a journey that you understand. You got to be on this journey to understand this journey. It might not hit you yet. It might not have hit you yet. And this ain't no. People think, oh, he found God. No, this ain't one of those type of conversations. It's about me doing something for a long time. And I was very happy at doing what I was doing. I'm very happy with the people that I work with. I happen to think I got one of the best crews in the world. But I wanted to do this for a long time. And I've almost didn't get the opportunity to do it. And with the help of my partner sitting to my left, everything went groovy. I want more, that's all.
He said it went groovy.
It went groovy. I just want more. It's not about whether something's wrong or I'm depressed. No, why do I gotta be depressed to want more? I would like more. I would like to turn this into more than just a podcast show. I'm sorry if I'm taking up a lot of the airtime.
Well, you felt like you had something to say.
I don't know if what I'm saying is correct.
That's what you feel like?
Most people listen to the podcast and be like, oh, man, he's just rambling on.
Mm-hmm.
People got those moments.
I'm sure.
People got those moments when you get to that age where you realize that, you know, what you were doing.
Now you make it an age thing.
No, they just get to a certain, people get to a certain age. Some people feel it at 25,
hopefully everybody
30,
gets to that age.
45, 55, 65. Hell, I know people who still working at 80. It's when you feel it. Yes, working.
Oh, that's what you're talking about, employment.
Yes.
Okay.
I never said I wanted to stop being employed. I just said I would like to hustle for myself for the rest of my life. I would like to take what we started here and turn it into a huge thing, and not as huge, you know, where I can't walk down the street, but just enough to say, hey, huge to me, and say, hey, I got a check. I can pay the bill, I can pay the people, I can pay that. That's all. And I wonder if right now what we all going through, do people really understand that? Like, there's no love in this place and time. Everybody's always looking for a negative outburst or a joke. There's no love, and because there's no love, we won't have no acceptance. People don't want to accept nobody in the country. They don't want a black man in a white neighborhood. Like, this is crazy. This shit is crazy. Anyway, I took up a lot of time. Go ahead. Anything you want to say?
No, I'm basically listening to you. You felt like you had the vent, so I usually let you do that when you want to get into that.
Yeah, I'm tired, man.
Okay, you tired.
I'm just tired. It is not the people that are around me that's tired. I'm just tired of our government just slapping all on everybody. Damn, just shit. Let's get it together, people. What are we doing?
A lot of people made different decisions when they seen how the government, as you call it, just slapped people.
Mm-hmm.
Got into their own individuality.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I understand that.
Especially during the time of COVID. Mm-hmm. People were ready. People jumped the ship. They weren't afraid and they did it. I should have been one of them people who took that leap. My punk ass was scared. I was scared.
So you think everybody that took that leap was successful?
No.
Okay, then. So why did you? So why?
Because they still took, it doesn't matter about, see, the whole point, I'm not looking to be successful.
Nobody's talking about you.
No, what I'm saying to you is the people who took that leap, no. All of them weren't successful. And to them, I guess that's what part of the leap was. But for me, that's not the leap. The leap is not being successful, is being able to do what I want to do without backlash. So, maybe I'm afraid of a little bit of the backlash, what I might get outside, inside, around, because everybody might not approve of me saying, hey, yo, man, you shut down your job to do this, to build this up, to get to a certain point. Well, that's what I want to do.
Okay, so you trying to come out the shell, but you're afraid of the sun that's outside the shell, basically, you saying.
Yeah, I mean, anybody
But why are you afraid of the sun?
As I just told you, I was sitting on that borderline. It's all right to be afraid. That's the problem. Most people go in full head and be like, oh, I'm not afraid. You should be afraid because I got family. I got kids to feed. I got things that have to be done. I still got bills that have to be paid. So I have to figure out how I'm going to juggle, because once I make that move, I'm not jumping back. I'm not jumping back.
So why you got to jump? Why you can't transition? You don't have to jump into anything. You can transition over.
I've been transitioning for the last 10 years.
Okay. But you said you've been scared. That's why you haven't made it.
Yeah, I have been. But I've taken little leaps in little places and little things. I guess the way I'm explaining it is not coming out right.
All I'm saying, if you don't continue to trip, how you going to get there? You stop in the middle of the trip. I'm listening to you.
No.
And I'm not saying it's just you.
No.
We all do that.
No. I'm just telling you that I'm
You're tired.
Preparing myself.
That's what you've been telling me. You're tired.
Because people think I'm tired of where I don't want to take no more. No, I'm tired of.
You're tired of doing things a certain kind of way.
I'm tired of not listening to myself. When I have the opportunity, I should take it. And I always second guess myself for a lot of things.
A lot of us are scared of change.
I'm not scared of change.
Well, that's the only thing that you haven't gotten to.
I didn't say I was scared of change.
I didn't say you
said that. I was scared of the backlash that comes with the change. That's what I said.
Okay. That backlash only comes when you change.
Yeah, but for some reason I don't know why I let that.
Well, that's why it's the change.
For some reason I don't know why I let that backlash bother me. Because normally the 10 times the people who stand in front of me when I do make the change normally don't even come with the change with me. So it's just one of those things where I'm fighting the demon called success on the mountain of I made it. That's a good one. Fighting the demon of success on the mountain of I made it. I guess that's a good one. Okay, well, I seem to disappoint you today.
You ain't disappoint me.
It's just that it didn't sound clear to you, or?
It's perfectly clear.
Okay. See, like
I listen to you every day. It was clear yesterday.
Yeah, well, I understand.
I understand.
And I've tried to tell people how I'm feeling, but a lot of people don't. They look at me and they laugh. They be like, oh, you.
It's not them to feel that.
I know. Well, this curtain is really blowing. It's been slapping me around all day.
That's your remedy?
To blow the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
It was blowing on me. I felt good sometimes. Hopefully somebody's listening. They be like, yeah, he's saying something positive. I think I am. I try to every time I turn on this mic. I don't know if I'm saying positive or reality. Is they the same? Is reality and positive the same?
No.
No, it's not.
The reality could be negative or positive, depending on how you take it and express it.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of that smoke.
I love the Sunday nights. It gives me the recap of the week of what, you know.
You definitely let out a week's worth of recap.
Yeah, because it's just a lot. It's just a lot going on. It's just so much going on. You get some people who can't reach out to say they need help. Some people won't talk about it. Well, I'm glad I'm able to have the show with you where I can express. I could get out and put this out, and if nobody like it, who cares? Because I got it off my chest anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point. I got it off my
That's what it
chest.
seemed like.
Yeah,
You had something on your chest. You
yeah.
had to get off.
I'm tired of the world beating each other up, man. What's going on, man? All this violence. Shit, man. All this violence.
I don't know. I just see it differently. I see it as the same. It's the same violence we've always been through. All my life, I've seen the violence go up and down, up and down, up and down.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a different. It's just a new age violence, a new age impact on the violence.
Mm-hmm.
Back when we was kids, it was gangs. It was strictly gangs. It's still gangs, but we was worrying about the gangs taking over the neighborhood.
You know,
Then it was the drugs
sorry.
taking over the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Now the thing is, it's still the drugs, it's still the guns,
Mm-hmm.
it's still everything's still the same. It's still the migrants. It's just not as many as it was loud back then. Now I don't think it's all the behind the door channels. Now they're coming directly. Instead of, I mean, they're still smuggling, but they're coming directly now.
Mm-hmm. No, I get
So
you.
that's the only real change. They still was coming in the country, but now they just coming directly and they're documented and it's being reported.
So you don't think the country's in trouble?
The country's always been in trouble. When have we ever gotten out of debt? So what's new about it? Okay, we $3 trillion in debt. Okay.
Yo, come get me. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Come get me. Come get me.
We can't come get you till after the show. So hold on. Keep your head above water, and we'll be there.
Oh, man. It's just one of those things where I just wish everybody would learn to love. It's a
Everybody.
hard thing. Oh, sorry.
You can't get everybody to do anything.
I know.
You can't even get everybody to breathe at the same time.
Amen.
Because if they did, we probably would have no more air.
Watch yourself.
That's why some of us breathe 1 second and others breathe the second.
Sip. It'll get you there.
I remember there was a time where you wouldn't think that we'd be paying for water. Soon we're going to be paying for air.
I remember when time was time. I remember when time was of the essence. Now time is time. And I remember when time was time.
So do you think those changes just took place in you or they took place in everybody? How do you believe that transition?
I think everybody feels the same way I feel now, that they realize that there are a lot of other things that they can do besides punching that 9 to 5. I think when people realize how much they can actually make by sitting down
By sitting down.
and doing what we're doing, or social media, or starting their own company or starting their own business, I think a lot of people realize that.
A lot of business was not started sitting down.
No. Okay.
I'm just saying.
I hear you. I'm just saying that at this point in time, that a lot of people took off, and when I had the opportunity, I didn't take off because I second guessed myself. I second guessed myself because I let my surroundings squeeze me a little bit more. Like, oh man, I'm not sure. And all those people who I watched take off, they didn't all become successful. You're right, but some of them did move on to a new platform. So,
Maybe they just moved on.
well,
That's all it is.
I see my opportunity now, and I'm about to take it. So that's the point I'm saying. I'm tired of waiting. I waited for a long time. I'm tired of waiting, and now it's here. My opportunity has come. I got to take my opportunity. If I don't take my opportunity, then, you know,
It'll pass you by.
it will pass me by. I just hope that I got 3 years left to retire, and I'm asking God to give me the strength to make it that way. But if He sees something different, I'm gone, buddy. I'm gone. I've done a lot, seen a lot, and lived a lot.
You sound like that guy on the commercial, and you want to tell your story.
Now I want to learn some things.
Oh, now you want to learn something.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did.
Okay.
Now I want to learn some things. Now
Shouldn't be too late for you to learn something.
I mean, it's never too late to learn something. I think I have a better understanding of what I'm learning now that I'm older, I'm wiser, and my mind has slowed down, and my body has slowed down, and my spirit and my reality has got a check. Now I'm ready. I'm ready. Before I wasn't ready. I was a wild boy. I didn't care. Now I'm not so wild. And like I said, people think it got a lot to do with the cancer. Nah, I was like this way before that. I used to tell Tone that way before that. When I first started Barbershop Radio, I always said I wanted to have my own company, my own radio station. I've always said that. You hear me talk about it time and time again. So I went and did it. Now I'm just waiting for everything to get together so I can put it together. You've been listening to TRT Production on a Sunday night with absolutely nothing but babbling conversation. You could have clicked anybody else, but you clicked us. And we do appreciate that. Shout out to Gorilla 2K. Shout out to Irrelevant Shit. Shout out to Marley Burgers. Shout out to Marley Burgers.
It's the birdie in the room.
The birdie in the room. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we seek relief?
Shout out to those listening. Gave you the opportunity to vent. Get some things off your chest. I hope you feel better.
Subscribe, comment. Even if you don't like it. I don't really. It's one of them nights where you just, hey, man, the topic wasn't about nobody. It's just about reality. Some of us have dreams that not have been fulfilled yet. And some of us are scared of the dreams we dream at night. Reality is no dream, no man is bigger than God. You put everything in God, He will give you everything back. Until we meet again, people, always click on us on a Sunday night. We are the Sunday in Review, TRT Production.
And we promise to be talking about something.
Y'all have a good night, man. Oh, that was funny. He said you promised to talk about something. Yeah, I hear you. Good night, y'all. I like to do intro, outro too. Get it. Good night, y'all.